chat.
For your camera, yeah.
Are we there now?
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2. That's really quiet, isn't it?
Where's your microphone? Have you got your mic that you use for recording?
Yeah, but I don't know if that won't work in there.
Yeah, it should.
What was that?
Is that the only thing you got for it?
Yeah.
You got a dongle or anything?
No.
Because he knows, see.
You got anything I can plug this into?
In fact, have a look on that. Have a look on this. No, because that's like a weak connector.
I can't do that. My dress lifts up.
I've just seen you properly in the flower.
Yeah.
No, that's USB-C.
No, I ain't got one of
Well, I
them.
thought they were two big
sure?
rolls.
Saskia Ran,
What?
you got a dongle for this?
I have a dongle, love. What are you about a dongle?
You know, a USB-C into that.
What? Oh, like for your phone earphones?
You know, yeah. You got
Yeah.
anything like that?
Yeah.
Can I have that, please?
Yeah, it's in Joe's car.
Would it go in this?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll go get it.
Sure, it'll be a jack.
Oh, I've got a little jack there, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a jack.
Oh, it's only a little one, though.
Like an aux
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. 4.1.
But yeah, I've got one.
It'll either be a 3-pin or a 4-pin.
Let me get it for Teddy.
Can you hear me all right, Poppy Day?
But don't come back in 5 minutes. Come and chase the man down the road.
Yeah, all right. All right, bruv.
I'm a fanboy or a fat boy? Which one is it?
Yes, sir.
Butterbean enters the scene.
Got 3 people in. Let me know who's in. Nico's in the bath, yeah, man. He is in the bath. He is in the bath. I can grab us my vaporize. Oh, David Pinner, good evening. Thanks. Nip sorted it, man. I had to download Google, what is it, Chrome?
Yeah, Google Chrome.
Because for some reason, like the Mac that costs like thousands, right? It don't allow me to use my webcam on YouTube, so I had to download something else.
Safari, no.
How's it all going then, folk? I just thought I'd try out the live streaming again, because I just wanted to say hello to folk. I'm a bit bored, to be honest, and now the light's gone, I can't sit in the garden anymore. But I've got a house full as well, and I just need to stay out of it, man. Them's it.
Are you live?
I'm live. Do you want to come and say hello, Sass?
Dad.
Say hello.
Wow.
Say Marguan, Chief Fan.
We're not live.
She's
Scared.
yeah. Oh no, that ain't gonna work, Saskia.
Oh, what do you mean
I
then?
need the
You
little,
need the actual aux.
yeah, man, the
Yeah,
bit that
like the
sticks
jack.
The
in,
actual long aux.
the bit
That's
like
in the
the
car as
peanuts
well.
that goes in.
Mhm. That's in the car as well, I think. You
An
go
aux?
live.
Yeah,
How's it
it's
going,
right.
Dorset?
Hey, come see if this is the right thing.
David, been watching your build, very envious. Don't be envious, mate. It's one of the most stressful things I've ever done. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I went fucking wibble, to be honest. Yeah, I've done Tommy, nice to see. Yeah, I've been doing the pipe work today. So I think, hi Poppy Day. I think I've created something quite well. It's like, honest to God, chaps. I mean, that's pipe work, isn't it? Working shit out. But I think I've done some quite interesting actually, and what it's going to be able to make me do, because I've got 4 returns. What I've managed to do is utilize it so I can choose all 1, 2, 3, or any of them to return back into the water. I don't know how efficient it's going to be for flow rates and things like that, but we'll work all that out when it's all in anyway. So Nip's just put his new liner in, replaced it. 4 days of stress. Mate, that's one of my big stresses at the minute. I'm not sure.
Got it.
You're going to put it in for me?
No, she got it because that.
He's saying that's not right. That goes in your phone. That goes into there.
Yeah, that goes in. No,
yeah,
no,
but
no.
your mic's got a. See what I mean?
Yeah, I've already got that flat Stanley in it.
Oh, so you need the opposite way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought
That's what I was
that
saying.
into them. Oh
No,
well,
because that
good
goes,
effort though. Thank you.
goes into there.
Okay, well.
Saskia's ass is on live on YouTube.
Surprised your viewer count have gone up.
That shake my ball
Yes,
down.
not all that.
It does, yeah, but it certainly does, Dave. To answer your question, KD, go and get me a pump out your room, please. So to answer your question, Dave, every pump has a maximum volume, and they will all say 30, 20, 10,000 litres, etc. But in honesty, they'll never deliver on that unless it's just on a straight level pipe that's about that big. So you've got to think about the bends, the size of the pipes, the head as well. The head means how much it's pushing water uphill, because water shouldn't go uphill. And for all of the restrictions, the length of the pipe it has to travel back into the pond, that will all have an effect on the performance of the pump. So on a lot of boxes, and I'm not sure if it's on here actually, but I'm going to have a look now. There should be a graph on the side of the pump boxes that give you the flow rates over different heads and different lengths, and that's how you can work it out. But as soon as you start putting did you get one?
I've only seen the water feature pump. That's what I'm pretty sure that isn't what you want, because there's nothing in my
Ask
room.
Kel where she's put them then, because she's moved them.
Yeah.
So even on 90 angles, that will restrict the flow, because it's obviously got to turn a corner. So to answer your question, Dave, it certainly does, but there's other stuff in there as well, like the radius of the pipes and that as well.
You just want to show it.
Who's Tommy is in there? Koi Journey, hello mate. And what I haven't got, I might actually get that software where other people can join in. We can just have a crap chat, because I don't want to put all these fancy things in or anything like that, but we can come in. And that, has anybody had a look online at Koi Wholesale for his mud pond thing? There's a couple of really nice looking fish on there, I reckon, to be honest. That's the air pump, mate, that.
Yeah, I'm looking. She said somewhere.
Oh, right. Why she put everything back in here? That was all in the room the other day.
Oh, she wanted room for me.
Oh, right. Yeah, so my pipe work cost me £695. That's 4-inch pipe, 2-inch pipe, 6 1.5 inches. Then I've got unions for the pumps, a couple of reducers, 2 1.5-inch ball valves, 1 2-inch ball valve, and I've still not got everything actually. I already had some 90s and some 45s, and I've and a couple of T's. I've still got to get a few extra little bits to make everything work. So, but that said, I use the I use the grey pressure pipe, which is pricey. Some people don't use that. Some people use the Go Flow stuff, which is like terracotta colour. Some people use the black stuff. That'll do, boy. That one will do. Right, so this is one that I use on my little grow-on tank. And if you have, Dave, if you have a look on the side of the box there, you can see a graph. Okay, so when you go into look, go and look for a pump in your actual pond, right? When you speak to any of the retailers, what they should do is they should revert to this, so you can get the right power pump for your pond. It may be 10,000 litres, but you don't necessarily want to buy a 10,000 litre, because it's gonna be on at max and won't deliver 10,000 litres. So we'll probably go over to the next one. But as you can see on there, I ain't got the glasses on, but the head is coming up the side, so that's the head. So pumping up to 10 meters, and then across there is the power as well. So just something for you to bear in mind, chaps. Also comes in loads of, is that all backwards to you on camera as well? That's mad. But anyway, That's what I use for me grow on, which is they're good pumps actually. I'm quite impressed with them. So let's have a look. Who we got? Paul, Newcastle.
Oh, from Newcastle.
Why are you like Canny Bagatuda? We like Newcastle, don't we, girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, blocks, they've gone up in price as well. Yeah, so I'm a bit of a geek, Dave. I have kept bar charts and spreadsheets and everything so far. I think I've spent about 12,500 on material, including new pumps, new air pumps, Tempest filter, all the block work, all the concrete, the fiberglass in, yeah, and loads of it, and including the new tools I had to buy as well to help me do the project, because otherwise I wouldn't have bought them. So, hi here, Tom. Nice to see you, Tom. Right, what I want people to do is put down where they are in the UK or anywhere in the world. We've already got Paul. He's admitted to being a Geordie, and that's quite a brave thing to do, especially in this climate. We already know Dorset's in Dorset. Sheffield, Butlins, yeah. You'd suit a red coat, Tom. Stuffs, nice part of the country, stuffed shit. A Welsh lad, Ian. You can tell you're Welsh because you spell your name different. St Helens, Merseyside. There you go, all over the place. It's quite nice. I think I might get the streaming site so we can get people on, just anybody, just for the crap. Yes, Poppy Day in Dagenham. Essex girls living it up.
From Dagenham, Bobby from Dagenham.
I see what after, but I live with girls. It's like it's just nothing but shit. Like toaster. Hey, Ricky, man, we're just down the road, mate. I'm in Kingsthorpe in Northampton. Mate. So what? Dagenham's not the best place ever, Poppy Day. Northampton is. Holt. Oh, I know Holt very well. Yeah. So, boy, you know Holt. My boy lived in Reetham, Coy Journey. So, yeah, mate, Jay, I feel your pain, mate. It's like it's savage. Surrounded by girls all day long of different ages as well. So I have it constantly. That's why I'm in the garden all the time. I don't, mate. I'll just switch off. Cal, am I deaf?
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, there's a guy in here who's got 6 girls around him. Yeah, you're the favourite, Pops. We all know you're the favourite.
Yes, Poppy Day, you are.
Easily. But
No, Poppy, you're not.
what I'm interested in, guys, has anybody looked on Koi Wholesale's page at the Koi for the mud pond project? Now, I'll be interested to know what you're looking at. To be honest, there's one really nice Sankey that I've looked at, but I ain't going to buy it because I ain't going to be able to finish my pond in time now. Yeah, I'm with you, Jay. I feel sorry. Well, I don't feel sorry. I'm living your pain.
Oh, doctor.
What in the pond, Dave? So yeah, the to be fair, I'm feeding 7 times a day, and I'm cleaning now every other day my filter. So I'm dropping about, I don't know, I would say 40 litres every 2 days as a replacement, because I've got an easy pod on there with a homemade moving bed. Water's coping well actually with the heavy feed that I'm giving it. I'm about 350 grams a day at the minute. And surprisingly, because it's only a small little holding pond, some of the fish have really put a bit of body on and a bit of length. So I've been super pleased. I'm not going to lie. After watching Ricky's channel a lot, I've took quite a lot of advice from him and I've applied it. And one thing I would recommend everybody buys is a decent feeder, because your fish definitely gain from having them feeds throughout the day. I was one of these guys that come home, you know, got up in the morning, fed the fish, went to work, come home, fed the fish, you know, and to be quite honest, you didn't get a lot of growth. But now, yeah. So what I'll be doing when the pond's built, I'll be introducing the fish, and I have got a video where I'll move my stock from my old pond into the holding pond, and you can see them in there. So I'll be looking at that as a comparison to what they're like a year later, because it'd be about a year before they go back in, and they would have gone through a growing season in the small pond. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with that, if I'm honest. So yeah, pond's going well. So at the moment, we've worked out what we're doing with the filter house. There's been a slight change with that, with a new development on that, and that's merely down to the fact that I put the returns all coming in the back wall. So I've had to make that bigger, and I Cal. I've had to make the filter house bigger, haven't I? So we're having that bigger, and it's going to have a pitch roof coming off that. Before it was going to be flat. So, and then after that, I mean, that's quite interesting though, Ricky. Have you got a way of isolating your skimmer, or moving your feeder away from your skimmer, or doing more feeds but less timing? Right, but that way, if you're, rather than putting quite a lot of feed out for it to go down the skimmer, if you reduce the amount of feed you got a better chance for the fish eating it, rather than only getting to half of it and the other half going down the tube, mate. So the other way is to isolate your skimmer during the feeding time, then put the skimmer back on. I have seen other people do that. Yeah. That's the sort of thing, Dorset, that, you know, a lot of people, it might be worth you doing a little video on that, Dorset, if you haven't already. It's definitely one that's worth people seeing. I definitely know that there's a couple of lads that I've spoke to that turn the pump off on the skimmer when they put their feed out. So yeah, the other way, if you can't isolate your skimmer or stop your skimmer, is reduce your feed loads. But I can program 24 on my feeder, so mine's going off. I think I can't remember, 7-8 times a day now. But I haven't got a skimmer on the pond, so and they're all hungry anyway because they're climbing over each other to get to it. But if you reduce your feeds but double your feeds up, there's a good chance that everything will get out. And then they're stone on a timer in front of the skimmer. Yeah, because then you'll create a push method away from the skimmer as well. So yeah, that's a good one, Tom, as well. You know, there's quite a few videos online actually if you look, Ricky. Any other questions, guys, while I'm on? What about the koi show in a fortnight? Who's going? I'll be there. I'm meeting Lee Hadfield. We're going to do the whole weekender up there. So, Lee Hadfield. I always wear his shirt in the garden now. It's like, I don't care if it gets ripped. Don't tell him I said that, though. Hey, Cal, I look like Sean Connery. It's usually Saddam Hussein when my beard gets massive. Look, someone said, Matt from GRP said I look like Sean Connery. Aren't you lucky? Eh? Who else do people say look like Ragnar? Is it Ragnar?
No, Aquaman. What's his name?
Aquaman. Even better. The girls, mate, I must love it if I look like Aquaman. I mean, but a fatter version. Ricky, mate, if it's your first Harold Shipman, fuck off, Matt. Mate, but he was a geezer. Look how much he got away with.
Oh my
Um, Koi shows are brilliant, mate. And what I would say is have a look at the quality of the fish rather than the size of them, right? Because people always think that the big ones are the ones to look at. Look at some of the smaller ones as well, mate. They're the different sizes. You know, you have to be realistic. If you're going to try and grow a 1 meter long koi, which is what a lot of the guys do, right, you've got to devote a lot of time and big money into that. If you look for the smaller ones, there's some really, really bloody nice koi at the smaller end scale. You know, it's a shame you ain't going on the Sunday because you'll see what wins. But I'm going to do a video, Ricky. So, like I always do. Hopefully I can record all the details down like I did for the national as well. No, I haven't done me. No, so GRP lining that's in the chat now is doing. That's Matt. He's doing the fiberglassing, and we had a bit of a chat the other day about it because, to be quite honest, with the temperatures that we've got, the temperatures have been seriously high, and working with them temperatures, the stuff just goes off too quick, and it, you know, although Matt was willing to come down and stagger doing what he's doing, you know, I weren't prepared to fuck him about, to be honest. And you know, we're just waiting for the window, and then he'll come down and do it all. So Lee's just give me a like on his thing. He obviously ain't joined in. Yes, Ricky, they are. So for koi, they are. But one thing I'd say is if you're looking to get like tosai or whatever, then remember they get bigger. So don't just go on a whim to know what you're looking for and buy a fish. Don't just buy a fish for the sake of buying it, I would say. But yes, you can get, I mean, I don't know what's going to be there, but the drums that are banging at the minute, there's a lot of hype for it. So hopefully it's going to be as good, or if not better than the national for stalls. So see you soon, Tom. Thanks for joining on. Yes, Lee boy. Look, promoting the channel for you, mate, because I know you need the help. Yeah, man. I think I might get Lee onto a live stream and we could do it together. You know, squaddies or us or something. But I still haven't had any questions, to be honest. Poppy Day saying hello to you, Lee, if you're on still and watching. Look, that's not my dinner. What have I got for food, Cam?
Pie.
We've got a pie. We've got a fish pie, koi pie.
No, we have not.
Are you going to give me a free T-shirt, Lee? Matt, that'll be nice. I'll wear it for you as well, because obviously I'll look better in it than you fucking look in yours. To be honest, mate, you know, can't say I've got boys' good looks. Free, it needs to be free. I ain't paying for that fucker and all. Tell you, madness. Right, questions. Come on, get them questions in, guys. Northeast Koi Show this weekend. Oh, I didn't know that was this weekend. I thought that was last weekend, to be honest. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, mate, you know that's a tough question, Lee, for me. I think if I was going Sankey, I'd go Sakai Fish Farm. If I was going Showa, I'd go Danichi. But they're quite similar in body shapes for me. Dainichi obviously are the big monster ones, but some of Sakai's fish are nice as well. So I think that they're quite equal depending on what you want. But I don't know, that's tough. Dainichi, Kahaku, every day. Every day. I think you get the size from them as well. Sankey, I'm more of a Sankey man. I ain't gonna lie. my views on that change. I think I put a little survey out a few weeks ago, and Showa come in massive favourites, but Sankey come last. For me, the Sankey, I don't know. I just quite like the fact that they're not heavily reliant on Sumi, and I think they're probably a little bit easier to read as well when it comes to development, and that's not the reason why I like them. I don't know. I just prefer the Sankey look over the Showa, but it would in the order go Sankey, Showa, Kahaku in those. I'm going to keep depending on the pricing. It will probably be around 12 degrees, Lee. 12 to 14 degrees. But it all depends on what I'm going to do with my fish, to be honest. Right, so the best fish, okay, bear with us, Lee. My best fish, Dave. Man, it's a difficult one. I have got a cracking Achiba that I bought as a very young Tozai. It was about 10 centimeters. Over this growing season, it's put a lot on. I don't know how big it is because I haven't measured it. But the body frame looks like it could be a really, really big fish. So hopefully with a good feeding regime, and I've been quite lucky, we all have with the water temperatures this year for the growing season anyway, hopefully I can keep packing that on. The reason why I'm keeping temperature at, or looking to do that temperature, Lee, is to give the fish enough of a break to winterize them before turning the temperature back up to help them with their digestive system. Also helps with parasites as well, not developing during the colder when the immune system stays in the fish. So it helps with the fish overall to keep it at that because of the fluctuations in the temperature in the UK, being fairly decent temperatures during the day and then really troughing off at night. That's what fish don't like, and that's why we have so much troubles. And that's why, following the advice from Ricky Stoddart on Koi Wholesale, he said to me, if he was to give me any advice, and that would be to invest in heat, and that's why. I don't know that question, mate. To be honest, when I treat after using a microscope that's constantly plugged in there, I'll take a couple of fish out, and if I'm looking for, so a couple of years ago I had a massive outbreak of Chiladenella, coupled with Costia and also Trichodina. So once I treated for them and managed to battle it, and that was a battle and a half, once taking a scrape, I didn't see any traces of anything on there. I found one trick on just one trick, and I weren't bothered about that. Flukes, quite often see dead skins on that after a good treatment. I don't know how long they stay on a fish, but at the end of the day, I'm only looking for live stuff, and when it's dead, it's probably hard to find anyway. Hang on, I'll tell you. I don't know what it is to be. I have got shorts on, guys. I'm not honest. No, I'm just showing I've got these on. So I got an Opax. Oh, it's quite an expensive. It was quite an expensive one. It's all metal. It's binocular. It's got superb magnification up to 1,200, which is far too powerful for what you need anyway. But I picked it up on a Black Friday deal from Amazon, and it should have been 300 and some pound. And I picked it up for 110. All movable, up, down, left, right. the light, it's also got a light adjuster on it as well. So everything on there moves. So you've got a course move, like so that's a platform up and down course and fine. And you've also got the same control on this side, on this one here as well, which goes forwards and backwards. They're excellent. The only thing that comes with a European plug, but all you need to do on an English, so all squaddies know this. European plug in come with 2 prongs. The top pin in the UK plug is only plastic, right? So you can actually poke a little pen in there and stick the prongs in. It works. However, if your house burns down, disclaimer, it's nothing to do with me. But right, what motor do you use? You swap you for a GRP polo shirt. Right, you're on, as long as it's large. Oh, I don't know about that, Matt. Fucking hell. All I'm looking for, mate, is parasites. Mate, I ain't no biologist. I just look what everyone else looks for, dude. And that's wiggly worms with mad faces and little fucking commas spinning around and stuff. But if you get a decent one, go on then, Lee. If you get a decent microscope, I would always so I had a cheap one with just one monocular and plastic lenses. No good, like really no good. Get one that's got a metal base so it's solid, because you'll rely on a solid base for your microscope. Binoculars are better because it doesn't strain your eyes and it's easier to see what you're looking for. And decent magnifications as well. I'll look at that, Matt, because I've picked up some stuff on that I've posted on a couple of forums. Well, one thing was like a big long stick that folded in the middle, and I was like, "What is that?" And believe it or not, it was something that lives in the water that you can only see under a magnification. I couldn't even tell you what it was called because it was a massive name. And like I said, I ain't a doctor or out.
Why is it so hot?
6 years now, Dave. Started inherited pond. And to be quite honest, the reason why I got into koi is because I bought koi and they died. And I was fed up of spending money on keeping a fish that I quite enjoy. So I had a small box filter because I thought that's all you needed. That's what I sold. I then upgraded to a bigger box filter, because of the money. I then understood how to keep water and not fish. Lost a lot of expensive fish through overstocking and nitrite levels. That's when I started to realise about how to keep water. I then looked at about how filter media works, upgraded to a second-hand Nexus, UV filters, etc., and just grew my knowledge over time. So, wow, how have you coped, Simon, without a microscope? I mean, to be fair, people do. I've had people ring me up, and I've had scrapes and done a little bit of diagnosis for them, to be honest. But I don't understand how people know what to treat. Well, there's no way you know what to treat without a microscope. It's an essential tool. That said, you can still take scrapes, and some garden centres and fish stores, they will have a look under their microscope. But to be quite honest, some of their some of the stores I know, they don't even know how to bloody use their own, to be honest. Come on, Lee. Where's your last question, dude? I can put people in timeout. That is just mental, isn't it? Like you're all 15 or 5. But Simon, whereabouts are you in the country, mate? Is Poppy still watching me on my channel?
Nah.
Very poor.
Dad said very poor. She's TikToking.
Just looking up, look, Harold Shipman, very bad. That is Matt.
Hot, isn't it? Hot.
Yeah, pardon.
Kent, excellent. So we've got all four corners of the UK on today. That's been a pleasure. Right, guys, I've managed to sort out the live streaming stuff now, so I'm not going to keep you all night, to be honest, because I was just trying out this as all done through my Mac. So I will look at doing a couple of lives in the future, looking at different discussion points. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Now I've got to work out how to stop street. Oh, it's just there. But take care. Thank you very much, guys. Speak soon.